Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the first round action of the Melbourne Darts Masters Championship from the magnificent city of Melbourne, Australia. Well, it's time now to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome from Brisbane, Australia, Raymond Smith. From the Netherlands, the winner of 12 World Series events, he is the #1, and ladies and gentlemen, a two-time champion of the world, mighty Michael
We heard that song a few times at the World Cup. That was the walkout music for every team at the World Cup as well, bringing back good memories. And Michael van Gerwen looking to go on with things here after last week in Auckland. Looking forward to seeing the #1 seed right now. It's over to Rod and Stu.
Yeah, looking forward to this. And Raymond Smith, currently the #1 player in Australia, certainly as far as the DPA is concerned, the Darts Players Australia rankings. Michael van Gerwen, the #1 player in the world by a long, long way. Looking for, I mean, determined, try and make it a hat-trick of World Series titles over this 3-week period in New Zealand and Australia. His opponent is on course to play in the World Championship at the Alexandra Palace at the end of the year. Of course, the two representatives from down under. One comes from the Oceanic Masters, which is played at the end of October, and the other comes from the Order of Merit, the DPA, and Raymond Smith is a long way ahead in that, ahead of Corey Cadby. Cadby, hopefully, if visa issues permit him, will be there by right anyway at the Ali Pali. And Michael van Gerwen will be bidding for a third World Championship at the Ali Pali. 3 perfect darts to get us underway. Typical Van Gerwen!
I do believe, Stuart, I think you're probably right. Did he not do this in the very first game in Auckland?
I think he did, absolutely.
But he had 7 there, he's only started off at 3, so he's dipping form. But that is typical Michael van Gerwen. Just, we say back home, set your stall out, and he's certainly done that in the first 3 darts.
Putting down a marker, isn't it?
That's exactly right. And he'll just want to outdo Gary Anderson's average, just to put another marker out there.
Yeah, Gary Anderson was terrific. Averaged 107.5 in his win earlier on the opening night against the Australian left-hander James Bailey. He was on course to actually beat Van Gerwen's average of over 118 in the World Series. Well, and another! It just makes it look so easy.
Yes, and in actual fact, that third dart should have been at the treble 18. But the 180 was so inviting. I reckon he likes the noise of the crowd when he hits a maximum. And the double 13 helps.
13 darts, it's the buzz, isn't it? The buzz that Van Gerwen gets from playing darts at the very highest level. That's Van Gerwen's wife Daphne and little girl Zoe are over here in Australia with him. Missed the World Series down under 12 months ago to meet the birth of his daughter. Very proud dad. His opponent, 38-year-old Raymond Smith from Brisbane, has played in the Lakeside Championship and the World Masters. Good player, tops the Order of Merit, is optioned the DPA Order of Merit. 4 wins on the Australian Pro Tour this year, 2 other finals, 2 semi-finals and 4 quarter-finals.
That is consistent.
Yeah, exceptional.
And I prefer, you know, that the qualifier that come through that system, Stu, because that's the person who's done all the travelling, has been the most consistent over the years. Sometimes, you know, you get someone that wins a tournament, obviously they're going to be a great player, but can just have one day. When you build, you know, the game in different countries by having the great system, and if he comes through that system, then good on you.
He'll be really disappointed because, believe you me, every time he steps up with a big finish in his sights, he thinks he's going to do it. Pressure on Smith. Dealt with it superbly, really good, aggressive dart, what a piece.
Yeah, that will settle him down, give him plenty of confidence. As when teams start messing around on doubles as Tim Pusey did earlier on, so that puts you on edge, and then before you know it, you've lost another 2 legs to someone like Michael Van Gerwen. But fair play to Smith, nice and clean on that 48.
Van Gerwen, but a dozen World Series events. And there's another 3 already from Michael Van Gerwen. The crowd here in Australia, they love their darts. They come out to see the big stars. And Michael Van Gerwen certainly isn't disappointed. Don't go anywhere, by the way, to round off the opening night. We've got 2 titanic all-Australian clashes. Simon Whitlock against Corey Cadby, and then Kyle Anderson against Damon Heta. 2 big matches to come.
Well, he did it in Auckland. He nearly did it in Melbourne. Gary Anderson also hit the 170 last week. Not Van Gerwen, when he had the 170, followed it up with a 164 as well.
He did the next leg.
The very next leg, he left 100, deliberately left 170, but he left the double 8. Just over the 106 average, so he's going to want to put a couple of points.
He's fired up all right. 4 180s, 4 legs of darts.
Do you know what, down in Auckland last week, Michael Van Gerwen did not hit many 180s at all. Semi-finals, I think he only hit 2, and I think he only hit 2 in the final. Already, he's hit 4.
Well, I'm pretty sure he would have taken a look at Gary Anderson's average and thought, I'm going to beat that. So far he is. Smith, by the way, reached the final of the WDF World Cup singles only last year, lost to Canada's Jeff Smith, who we saw win the North American Championship not so long ago in Las Vegas. to qualify for the World Championship, so we'll see both Smiths, Raymond and Jeff, at the Alexandra Palace in December. Oh yes, Tops to hold on to his throw.
Yes, he just caught the flight there, didn't it? Deflected it well low. Oh, Michael may only get one dart on the double. One dart he's going to get. That's a double top. Oh, straight in the middle. Crucial times in a game turn the game from one to the other. Now that could be the critical time.
Well,
of the match.
It is a big double. I mean, Smith had a chance to be 2-all with Michael van Gerwen, and he would have been 25 points behind on the averages. But he's got it all to do, playing catch-up now. That will help. Four perfect darts from Raymond Smith here. This against the darts. Well, that is what you would call inevitable from van Gerwen.
Yes, power scoring at its best. 5-1-8s, 3-1-40s, and only 4 tons. He's hitting twice as many of the big scores, and that's the second 180 that Smith has hit in this leg. Wow. What a brilliant leg of darts.
Double 13 for Michael van Gerwen. Wow, what about that? Van Gerwen leads 4-1. Smith hit 2 180s, didn't get a dart and a double.
Well, there was a little touch of fist there. I'm sure that Michael Smith, Ray Smith wanted to do more than just a touch of fist on that one after hitting 2 180s.
Against the dart as well.
Yes, it was. I mean, we always say, you know, the 180s against the throw do all the damage. Well, it didn't do anything.
Wow.
Yeah, that's great averages, and Smith has upped his average as well.
Not a lot you can do when Van Gerwen's in this move. 5 180s from Michael van Gerwen. He's only missed 1 dart and a double. And that's for the 170 at the ball. 180s now for Michael van Gerwen in 6 legs of darts. Phenomenal. 110.76 the average now.
8 180s in the match. 6 to van Gerwen, 2 to Smith.
96.
Times, especially the Dutch players, would have gone for 25 there, but it was so inviting to find another treble 20 with his last start that he had to stay there.
Well, 111.88 as he bids to get included yet again in the top 10 World Series averages. Michael van Gerwen. 11 dart leg this time from van Gerwen. Magnificent from the world #1. Oh. A whirlwind, he really is, and Raymond Smith here is getting absolutely blown away by an inspired Michael van Gerwen. He really is a genius when he's playing like this.
Yeah, you know, when this leg-on-leg pressure we keep talking about, this is it at its best. You know, and to me, there's only possibly Anderson at the moment that can handle this sort of pressure.
I agree. Yeah, I think there's little doubt that at the moment, on form, that Michael van Gerwen and Gary Anderson are the best 2 players in the world. Don't get any arguments from many people inside darts about that.
He does make it look so easy, as does Anderson. He's just so fluent. The transfer from the dart from the left hand to the right hand, it just, that hitch just brings the arm up straight down the line. You'll see it here. Comes from right down low picks that dart up a lot lower than a lot of other players. He's going to have to switch now. This little grin, he's going to go for it because he wants another 180. Oh no, I was right. I was getting too excited there, Pikey. He was scared of that dart, the vibration of the third dart knocking it out. Well, double top for another 13 dart leg.
Ah, fantastic from Michael van Gerwen. Brilliant performance, an average of 111 and a half from the world #1. He won in Auckland. And you better believe he wants to win Melbourne as well. A special performance. 6 out of 8 on the levels, 6 180s, and an end average of 111.41. Wow, what a performance from Michael van Gerwen. We've got 2 big Australian clashes to round off the opening night here in Melbourne. Next is Corey Campbell against Simon Whitlock.
My name is Simon Whitlock and nicknamed the Wizard. My favourite World Series destination will be Brisbane this year because my kids live there and they'll be able to watch me. It's amazing to win. I love winning and that's probably why I keep playing darts. I've got no idea what I'd dress up as, maybe a frog or something, or a lizard.
This evening in Melbourne because he spent no more than about 10 minutes up there on stage. A brilliant performance in his first round match of the 2018 Melbourne Darts Masters. A 6-1 victory, 111 average. He clapped the crowd clapped him, and well might they. Rod Harrington. Well, Raymond Smith didn't have much of a say, unfortunately.
I felt very sorry for him, and that's an incredible display of power scoring. You know, 6 180s. He's hit more 180s than he has 140s, and the combined 140s and 180s are far above the duns. That's power scoring. 75% on the doubles. Doesn't get a lot better. A bit unsociable, that was, to Raymond Smith, because he hits 2 180s and still losing a leg.
Let's hear from the main man in darts right now.
It's obvious you wanted to get home to your little girl. You're in a hurry to get off that stage tonight.
Yes, they're back in the hotel, but the most important thing, I'm here for a job and try to win my game as easy as possible. I didn't know what to expect with Raymond Smith, but he's not a bad player, and he made me focus and he made me play well, and I think that then you can produce something like this, and I'm happy with my performance up to tomorrow.
And what was the best part of your game? You know, there was 6 180s in there at vital times.
Yeah, but with a 180 you don't finish the legs. I think also a great part was the finishing. The doubles were perfect, and I can't really complain about everything. And a few bad scores, but yeah, it's a good game overall, I think. Yeah.
All the best.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's Michael with Paul Gow. So having a look at the 6 results so far, is Michael take mantle as the most impressive tonight so far?
Oh, absolutely.